All right, I think we're recording. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Saturday talk, Saturday meet, whatever we're calling these. I'm not even calling these anything. It's just me trying to sit here and talk. Hi, I'm Nicodemus Kane. How's everybody doing? Um, for anybody that has never seen one of these, doesn't know what's going on, every Saturday I try to sit down and I try to logic and reason out what is happening with this world. Just a little bit of background. I came into truth, what some people would call conspiracy theories. I came into truth 10 years back, probably more. Actually, if you want to talk about JFK and stuff, it's been like 20 or 30 years. Um, but for the past 10 years, I've been hitting it hard and heavy. And I've gotten so far down into the rabbit hole that I found out the true evil of the world. I found out that Satanism is real, that there is a true evil, and that there is a true God. So I eventually came to God, and I am trying my best right now to help others. And the best way that I know that I can help others is by showing them the way that He showed me, which is to expose the lie if I can. If anybody can hear it, then there you go. If you can't hear it, then I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I asked the Father to speak through me today so that I can help somebody understand what's going on in the world. My Kiss shirt was probably not the best thing to wear today. Um. Anyways, yeah, I just woke up about an hour ago, so I'm a little fuzzy right now. If you see me doing this, it's not Illuminati. I'm sorry. I have a sty in my eye right here, big lump about the size of a pea inside of my eyelid, and I'm taking this medication, this like some kind of petroleum nonsense. It's really nasty, is what it is. And you'll probably see me sitting here doing stuff like this too, because it makes my eye run. But when I put the stuff in it, like my eye gets all weird and I can't see, and sometimes I have to close it. And I'm not doing Illuminati stuff. We've actually been saying, actually been going around saying that I've been a pirate. So our Graybeard, the pirate. Anyways, um, but yeah, I figured the best way to try to wake others up is to just show them, what it is. We've talked about many, many different things on this channel. We've talked about giants, we've talked about flat earth, we've talked about 9/11, we've talked about all these things that you're not supposed to talk about on YouTube, or else you might get a strike, or you might get your video taken down, or any of these things. I don't think I've had a video taken down yet. I haven't looked in a while. Apparently they don't tell you, they just take it down. They're like, screw you, whatever. So if it happens, it happens. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But today we're just gonna look at some pictures. Just some interesting pictures. Somebody on actually, there's a couple of different pages on Twitter. I don't remember. There's my phone. I don't remember the guy's name. I don't remember the first guy's name on Twitter that started it. Um, but I do remember the second guy's name. Something Devil, Irish Devil. I know that's kind of blah. You really don't want to do it, but it is what it is. But I want to make sure that I get this. His name is Irish Devilfish, at Real Irish Devil. I know, I don't like it either, but it is what it is. But these guys have collected all of these screenshots of all of these news articles. You'll get to see the news articles because apparently you can't say the name of the thing that we're going to talk about. It is what it is. YouTube. Good old fun YouTube. So let me go ahead and do this. This might take a second because my computer does not like doing this at all. But like I said, we're gonna look at some pictures. We're gonna see what's up here. We'll do that. And here. And then there's like 141 of these, if you can believe it or not. So, and I don't even know what half of these are. I got to look at most of them, but I couldn't see all of them. So it was just kind of like, it was one of those things. But anyone that does like a whole bunch of, when they do the taking other people's videos and kind of compressing them down into one big thing, if you got to use this, please feel free to use this, because this was, this was something I was like, what the heck? So what we got here? We got Washington Post. Democracy dies in the darkness. Yeah, right. Oh, sir. Look at this. Bill Gates calls on U.S. to lead fight against a pandemic that could kill 33 million people. I thought that was interesting. 33 million people. Okay. So what's the next one? News. California monitoring 8,400 people for something. 33 have tested positive. Oh, interesting. This was February 27th, too. This was about a week ago. Okay. Government news, some details. 33 California virus cases. We're not even going to say the word. State calls latest a turning point. Okay. Oh, Boston health officials monitoring 33 people who could develop virus. Oh, okay. We have more? 7 new cases in Bahrain, total up to 33. I'm not saying I'm seeing a pattern. I'm just why the number of virus cases in China surged by more than 33% in one day. You guys see where this is going? Do you guys see where this is going? It's kind of silly, really. Thailand reports new case of virus. Total now 33. Wow. Hold on a second. I want to make sure that we're still going good. All right. Because sometimes I always wonder, I really do. Pakistan among 33 countries that provided medical supplies to fight the virus. Okay. 33 infected from one place in Tianjin. 33 suspected remain at hospital. 33 people coming to Nagaland for Nagaland, is that right? The hell is Nagaland? Nagaland. I gotta look that up. I don't know what Nagaland is. You guys get the picture yet, though? I got 141 of these things. I think it's what's 140. It's in the state of India, Nagaland, mountainous state in northeast India, bordering Myanmar. There you go. Learn something new every day. All right. That's why we research things. That's why we look this stuff up, so that we can know what this stuff is. Because the more you know, the more you can use that information to fight the evils of the world. 33-year-old doctor who raised alarm dies. That's the one doctor. That's like the first one. What was his name? Lee Wang something. Lee Wang's. I don't remember exactly what his name was. Lululemon. There's another one. Lululemon forced to close 33 stores in China. Wow. Okay. Canadian company of athletic apparel. Okay. Inside the lungs of a victim. Shocking x-rays show effect that killer virus had on 33-year-old's vital organs. Now, this could be the same 33-year-old we were talking about before. I don't know. I don't know. Could be. EU sees 33 cases so far. European Crisis Center at full capacity. China lockdown spreads to 33 million. 33 million. Well, didn't Bill Gates say that he had a virus that was going to kill 33 million? Really? Wow. Interesting. Sri Lanka flies out 33 citizens from virus epicenter. Do you get the point yet, man? I knew that they do it, I mean, especially with like some of the old false flag stuff that's happened over the past several years, but never to this level. This has just gone insane. Canada now at 33 confirmed cases. All right, here's some of the newer ones. This is some of the ones that I got yesterday. I had to do them quick because it was in the morning and I was getting ready for work. Um, Only 1 in 33 infections are reported. Really, it's like Billie Eilish. I wouldn't doubt it. Just the way that this world is, I wouldn't doubt it. Chinese doctors released chest scans of 33-year-old patient that showed that the illness. Okay, that was the X-rays that we saw. I'm sure. That was old too. That's February 5th. Huh. Boston Health. I think we already saw that one. We might have already seen that one. Some of these probably repeat. I don't know. What is this? Geographical affiliation. As per March the 3rd, a total of 33 people have been tested in Norway. So we're in completely different countries here. We're talking about 33s. Interesting. Okay. California governor announced Thursday that 33 people in California have tested positive. It's amazing that they have the same amount of people in California that they do in Norway that have tested positive. It just seems like that's the first thing they do. It's like they just pick a group of like 33 people and they just say, okay, we're going to test you first. Oh, you got it. There it is. It's absolutely incredible. Portia Green, 33, is a restaurant worker in New York. Now, that might be a stretch. I mean, it is what it is. You know, most of these people, though, it's amazing that they're all aged 33. I don't know what that means. I just think it's interesting. Sorry, my throat. Here, I'm going to clean that out. What's this? Let me find my mute button. Holy crap. Okay. Now, some of these do get a little stretchy. I know towards the end, some of these pictures, I don't know what the hell they are, but we're going to go through them and see what they have. Life statistics news tracking the number of confirmed cases among the 239,923 closed cases. 160, which is 67%, have recovered. 79, 33%, have died. Wow. There's a double hit for you guys. 923, 239. CBS has temporarily shut down production of season 33 of The Amazing Race. Oh, no. No. I watched one season of The Amazing Race. I thought it was pretty cool, but then it just got stupid after that. It's like it's just the same old crap. It's like Survivor around the world. Oh, but that's sad, though. They got to shut down their 33rd season because, you know, mark my words, Simpsons is going 33 seasons and then Groening is going to die. I just mark my words. That's a prediction. That's not a absolute prediction. That's probably what's going to happen. China locks down 33 million people. Yeah, well, you had 33 million people just in Wuhan alone, but now you're locking down 33 million people in 10 cities. Wow. That was in the January 24th too. That's what they said. 3 more cases in British Columbia. 33 people now infected in Canada, which is probably the same as the one. Confirmed cases up to 33 as Sweden expands. There's so Norway and Sweden, Italy, you hear me? Canada. Jeez. Rain confirms all 33 cases not at risk and are in recovery. Okay, there's March 4th. That's what that one was. Americans warned to prepare as coronavirus picks up steam. I said the word. I'm sorry. Done at 5:33 a.m. That could be a stretch. There's some people that don't like the times, but you have to remember that they post these at very specific times. And if you watch the times, you'll see that a lot of them match. Very strange. What was the one? The Ariana Grande concert. All the numbers matched. It was really weird. Clinical characteristics, yada yada yada. Where is it at? At the end of January 28th, 2020, data from 33 patients with complete clinical course were analyzed. All right. 138. I'm sure that's probably a lot of those numbers probably pull back to something, but I don't know. Thailand reports 1 new case of the virus, bringing total to 33. Yay! Thailand has joined the 33 club. All right. 33 cases 33 suspected cases all test negative. Now we had cases. They were suspected. This is in Ghana. The Ghana Health Service says 33 suspected. So we had cases. We had exactly 33, but they're all negative. So they do not have 33 people in Ghana, but at least they tested their 33 and they're happy. What is this? Until to I don't know what all this, and 276 were identified as suspected infectious victims, and 170 were diagnosed, including 33 in critical condition. Where does this say? Zhongnan of Wuhan. That's probably the same 33 that they were talking about before. When they talk about it inside of certain places you've already seen, it's probably the same ones they're talking about because they just recycle those numbers over and over again. CT imaging of ultra early stage 33-year-old female. Oh, okay. This is a woman now. She just happened to be 33. And a 67 years old male with a history of contact with infected patients. So 67 has popped up too. That's the second time I've seen 67 pop up. I bet you it's probably popped up more than that, but it's a thing. Health Department rolls out first suspected case in California. A 33-year-old man from Wuhan had been admitted to hospital with symptoms. So yet another 33-year-old man from Wuhan. Oh, goodness. 3 from Singapore. 3s pop up a lot, too. National Center for Infectious Diseases in Tan Tock Seng Hospital. Singapore has 33 confirmed cases. Singapore has officially joined the 33 club. This is in Positivi. Is that Italian? I don't know. Something about 33. That's all I know. I'm looking for like a Medina. Is that a place? I guess Medina. Get Positivi, which means positive. So apparently Medina has 33 cases. They are part of the 33 club now. That's nice. This one looks like it's in the middle. On January 24th, however, a 33-year-old German businessman who had had meetings with the woman. What woman? Apparently some woman that got it developed a sore throat and yada yada yada. He began to feel better and returned to work on January 27th. 33-year-old German businessman. Okay. Earlier reports quoted experts. Yeah, I'm just kind of reading through this. Experts at the Institute took samples between January 1st and January 12th. 12 plus 1 is 13. Just saying. 31, which is a 13 backwards, of the 33 positive samples were collected from the western zone of the market. What market was this? Is this Wuhan? Wuhan, yeah, they're explaining how it started. Wow. Do you have it or just the flu? Fox 13 in Salt Lake City. Posted at 7:33 and it was updated at 6:33. Wait. How is it posted at 7 and then updated at 6? On the same day. The hell? No, seriously, take a good look at that. I rest my case. Okay, no virus infection cases registered in Ukraine. That is the worst. That is the worst kind of typo ever. Posted at 8:33. Nice. Lululemon. Did we already do this one? Lululemon. It's inside us that Canadian, yeah, forced to close 33 stores. They just happen to have more than 33 stores in China, and they had to close 33 of them. Nice. The Omega symbol inside of the logo down there. I am the Alpha and the Omega. 33 suspected in Kazakh. Nur Sultan Kazanform. Kazakh Medical Center. Medical Minister. 33. 33 person control in Lombardia. Tested negative. So 33 in Lombardia tested negative. Okay. Controlled. Persons control at the. I'm guessing that means the people that they thought were suspected have tested negative. Bill Gates predicted how virus-like pandemic could the 33 million. Well, they just happen to have 33 million people that they locked down in Wuhan. Just saying, posted at 12:13. That's ridiculous. EU sees 33 cases so far. European crisis. We already saw this one. All right, that we are still now. Sri Lanka flies out 33 citizens from. I think we saw that one too. I'm pretty sure we have. Like I said, some of these repeat. This was a repeat. I remember this. Italy's biggest cluster of cases is in the Lombardy region, which has 172 cases. Somebody needs to look at that number. The Veneto region, which includes Venice, has 33 cases. Okay. 33 cases on Wednesday. I think we saw this one too. First cases, the cases in Australia. Australia has now officially become part of the 33 club. Nice. Okay, now we're stretching here. Virus versus the flu. What's the risk? The flu. We've had so many deaths from the flu, and we have 33 cases with only 6 deaths. I don't think it's that bad. U.S. cases as of 3/3/2020. It's all fear, man. Seriously, it's all just fear, propaganda, and nonsense. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them, Sorry, I'm trying to fix my microphone. Don't let them get to you, man. The fear of this thing is worse than the actual thing itself. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get you. Cases in Singapore confirmed. You can see at the top of the graph it says 33. Nice. There's a whole bunch of other numbers in there too. You guys can pull that out if you want. There's some Dow numbers. Again, you can think that's a stretch. I usually think some of these are a stretch. But I see the time underneath it. So I don't know if you can see my mouse, but right here underneath it says 9:32. That's not a stretch. They wanted that to happen. They wanted you to see that number. Oh man. There's another one. There's a 33. What else is in there? Not much. This one's a stretch. This one's kind of a stretch. The 13 over there by the guy's face is a thing. There's a 923. There's a couple 923s. But it could be a stretch. I don't know. They post these on purpose, deliberately. I know they do, whether subconsciously or not. Yeah, that's a stretch too. I will admit that's a stretch. I don't see any other. There's nothing else in there. Sometimes you can look too far into it. I admit that. Sometimes you can really look too far into it. Cases of infection across 33 Chinese provinces. Why did they cut that in half? That's weird. So now there's 33 provinces in China. Probably each province has 33 confirmed deaths. South Korea, 33 deaths. Wow. All right. We're getting there. Now again, I'm not saying that this is real or not. I'm really not. What I'm trying to show you is that they are using this and the numbers that they have to push the propaganda. Is what they're doing. Do I think it's real? I don't know. I mean, I've heard the interviews of the guys that live in that live in China that say that they've talked to people from the districts that they don't know anybody that knows anybody that's died. I don't know. Since this is happening right at flu season, of course, you get the flu and then you go in and they try to inject you with something, you could very well die from it. I don't know. I just know that this kind of stuff keeps popping up, and when this kind of stuff keeps popping up, you have to be more concerned about what they're trying to tell you than what is happening. 18 days. 18 has been popping up a lot too. I don't know why, but it is. 100% of 33 Snohomish County residents. Where's this at? This in Wuhan too? Oh, where is this? Snohomish. What is Snohomish? I don't even care. It's important risk to Europe on January 23rd. The overall risk of importation of at least one case in Europe in 2 weeks ranges from 33% in the low exportation scenario. Okay, here's another one. Saliva samples were available for 6 patients. They love their sixes. 83.3% specimens for five patients. For patient B, virals, blah, 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 blah. In 33 patients whose NASA, God, what? Time of this writing, viral cultures were positive for 3 patients and negative for 2 patients. 23. Christopher Suzanne, wanting his infant son in China. Balak Suzanne, 33, a teacher who taught English at a Chinese prep center, left Wuhan on 122, which is a 23, returning to upstate New York with his wife and his son. But days after leaving Wuhan, Suzanne wanted to return to the city at the center of the outbreak that is infected with 72, which is totally a number, killed 2,000. I'm not trying to make light of this. I mean, whenever I kind of say these numbers about all these people that have died, if they're real, that's tragic. But if it's not real, then what? What the heck? First thing came to my mind is I would not pass a bug on Wang, a 33-year-old philosophy lecturer in Hubei University. That's nice that he was able to become a philosophy lecturer at the age of 33. He did pretty good. Wen Liang, a 33-year-old ophthalmologist based in Wuhan. It's nice that you're able to become a ophthalmologist at the age of 33. He died too, apparently. 33 of the city's 102 confirmed patients worked or shopped at department stores. Okay. We'd rather die at home than go to quarantine. Okay. Miss Wang, a 33-year-old housewife. It's amazing that all these people. 33. Man, what was it like being 33? That was a long time ago for me. That was like 10 years ago. Plane from Wuhan, China, carrying U.S. citizens arrives at Myanmar. Posted at 11:33. Updated at 6:16. That's a number 2. You just gotta figure it out. There are totally 37 cases among 230 AC patients and 4 cases among 33 staff. Wow. All right. Another one down here in the middle at Hushan neighborhood of Wuhan's East Lake High Tech Development Zone. 33 party cadres used megaphones on the streets to advertise the dog girl. What the hell? Encouraged to frequently wash your hands. So they went out and they found 33 people exactly to go out and to spread the word to wash your hands and wear your masks. I would have picked like 50, but 33 sounds like a decent number, I guess. It sits at the 30 degree, 30, yes, and then the 23 on the end of it. Yeah, I heard about that one too. I haven't really looked into it, but I had heard that it sits at 30 degrees, 33 minutes north. I think we're starting to pick here because, like I said, at the end of these, they were really kind of getting picky. Official scan Chinese tourists arrivals 33.3. Okay, there's a lot of 33s in there. 33.7. I don't know what all that means. Some kind of something. There's more. There's another 33. Of course, there's a 33. I mean, why not, right? It's ridiculous. Just more radiation to bombard you with. I mean, seriously, those flares are probably just pure radiation nonsense. 33.7, I mean, it is what it is. I see the 36.6. That could be a thing. That we're getting picky. I know that's getting really picky. The optimal range is 33 degrees. It is what it is. This is, like I said, some of these are kind of blah. There's one in here that I really, really don't know what it was. I didn't get a chance to look at it. Green light for China's first high security biolab, February 25th at 9:33 p.m. Again, you just imagine how these people get so lucky to be able to post these right at 9:33. Oh, that one's picking too. Well, no, because that's a screenshot. That's what that is. It's a screenshot, or it's an image that they put on top of these news articles. So if they're putting them on top of these news articles, then the 33 is popping up. Interesting. See, there's another one, 33.2. They're just using the pictures now. There's another one, 33 point. Is that 9? Can't tell. So that's what I'm saying. Those are the images they're using for these things. Now this I don't know what it was. Virus's genome was released. It's now available on GenBank. Okay. I don't know what all this is. Why does the virus genome end in 33 A's? Oh, does it end in 33 A's? Interesting. That's something to look for. 1, 2, 3. Those look like 10. 33. You're right. Wow. Interesting. That's the one that I didn't know anything about. Princess Cruises. I heard about this. I heard there's 2 ships, and there was a lot of people were having problems trying to figure out what these were. Princess Cruises, Coral Princess, 33 night South America. Is this the one where you can say you can take a 33 night trip? 30 not a 34 day trip, a 33 night trip. Night transatlantic cruise, Grand Princess 33 day cruise. Fuck's sakes. Sonoma County, patient was passenger on Princess Cruises ship. Posted at 6:33 on March 3rd, 33. Even though the patients were wearing masks when they answered the door, I can see their smiles. I can see in their eyes. They appreciate everything we do for them. Whoever it was 33 when they said it. 24 of the 33 announced on Thursday were flown to the U.S. from the Diamond Princess. See, there's a Diamond Princess, too. I don't know what the princess stuff means. That could be something that we got to look out for, too. I don't know. What else we talking about? Wait a minute, let's go back. State health officials are monitoring 8,400 potential cases of the virus. All of these people, except the newly announced cases in Santa Clara County, have traveled from China. Okay, so at the very beginning of this whole thing, weren't they saying that they had 8,400 people that were quarantined from this? Or am I just dreaming? I mean, wasn't that the same number that they were talking about at the beginning of these slides? I think it was. I don't feel like going back, but it just sounds familiar. 33 crew members test negative. Passenger tests underway on the World Dream. The World Dream cruise ship. So now there's another ship. Cruise ship borrowed from U.S. after failed quarantine. Posted at 5:33. These are old too. Number of cases spiked 33% overnight. Okay. Oh, the Smedleys. The Smedleys vacation for their 33 wedding anniversary. Let's give it up for the Smedleys for making it 33 years in this kind of social climate where marriage means nothing. The retired couple. He was a salesman for a seed company. Yeah, plant a seed in your head. She was an IT project manager for the U.S. Department of Defense. Oh, think about that for a second. That's just crazy. More than 1,300 people have died so far. 13. Nice. Again, I'm not making fun of it. I'm just. It's the numbers are there, and it's just completely ridiculous. Shares of Nanoviricides Incorporated soars 33% in pre-market trading after the antiviral therapies company, which previously announced it was working on a treatment. Of course, the people that are working on the treatment are the ones that are getting the most money. Soared 33%. Coincidence? I don't know. I'll tell you what. If they make it soar that much in the markets, then are the markets real? Think about that for a second. House passes $8 billion in funding, and a rep's gas mask goes viral. Okay, whatever. But it was posted at 11:33 p.m. on March 4th, and then here we go again. It's another one of these weird time things. Updated 8:33 p.m. the same day. They went back in time to be able to post this. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. The 8, which we will find out later, is the the number of time. It's also a number of destruction too. Posted at 9:33. Is there any numbers down there? It's really light down there. I can barely see it. Fears of pandemic stoked us. More countries confirm cases. Of course, we're past 33 now. We gotta be. Posted at 3:33. Man, these could be a stretch. It could just all be a coincidence. The whole thing could just be a coincidence. It just could be nothing. They're just kind of throwing these numbers at us, and we're just kind of like, oh yeah, hey, yeah, look at there. Unbelievable. Apple's projected to lose $2.7 billion in revenue. 72. 72, like the 72 demons. 72 higher demons, whatever they're called. 33 days. Patient Zhang's 33 days. Probably the 33 days in quarantine, I'm guessing. Probably. This is in Tibet. Much of the chicken sent to. Ooh, nasty. I don't eat McDonald's anymore. I've pretty much given up on all fast food, like Subway and Arby's. It's like the only things I eat, and I'm starting to get tired of Arby's too. Surplus meat is being sent onward to Australia, where oversupply has already driven down the cost of some of the popular meat items by approximately 33%. Not 32%, not 34%, approximately 33%. It's an approximation, which means that it could be anywhere between 30 and 35%. So our approximation, 33%. Oh man, this is ridiculous. There's another one of those. The sequencing ends in 33 A's. Yeah. There's more stuff. They're talking about it. Further examine this. Credits. I don't understand any of this. It's all biological hoo ha. I don't know. There's probably stuff in there. The AAUAA poly said, if you guys want to pause this and read this and try to figure it out, I don't know, but WDR 33, I don't know what that is. Somebody somewhere can know what that is. Summaries for the WDR 33 gene. Gene encoded as a member of the WD, the Wuhan disease, repeat protein family. Piece of minerals. I don't know what all this is. Repeat domain. Yeah, right. Okay. There's more of it here. Good luck trying to blow this up. Holy crap. This was still that real Irish devil on Twitter. He did his homework, man. 54% of millennials say the new virus has already significantly or somewhat impacted their purchase decisions. Okay, that compared to a 33% of baby boomers, 42% of Gen Xers, and 49% of Gen Z. 42. Man, they're just throwing them numbers out there. Algebrist offices operating at 33% capacity. Man, they must have really tried to get that 33 in there. I love the video they have up top. It's exactly 1 minute and 30 seconds. Unbelievable. Yet another 33-year-old person. Oh wait. Oh shit. Okay, this is close to me. 33-year-old public relations manager in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is my town, has long dealt with anxiety, but her anxiety has soared with the coronavirus outbreaks. Don't be scared of this, people. After taking several domestic flights last month, Miss Martell came down with a head cold. She became so worried about her symptoms that she called her local health department and asked if she needed to be tested for the virus. I got myself in a tizzy. Yes, you do. If you worry about this, if you fret and worry about stuff like this, you're going to wind up giving it to yourself. This virus may not even be real. This could easily be psychosomatic. This could very easily be psychosomatic, that they put this into our heads, and then that, we even remotely get a cough and then we think, oh my God, I'm going to die. Yesterday, I cut the back of my throat on a lifesaver. I am not kidding. I cut the back of my throat on a lifesaver and I was kind of coughing pretty hard. And the only thing that went through my mind, and I had to pull my side, rein myself back in. The only thing that went through my mind was, great, somebody's going to say something about the virus. But nobody did, which was nice. But I had to pull myself back in and say, no, you just hurt your back of your throat. And I was coughing all day too. It was pretty bad. But that's all it was. I'm fine now, other than being downstairs and my sinuses are getting all messed up again. But other than that, since then, she has been managing her anxiety by talking to a therapist, which you probably should not do because no person can help you at all. All the therapist can help you do is just tell you that you need to do other stupid stuff. Taking time to do things you enjoy, like walking your dog. Walk your dog is nice. Doing yoga. Do not do yoga. Yoga is a religious form of, what is it? Hinduism? It's not Hinduism. It's something else. When you oh no, go back. When you are doing yoga, you are opening different ways to let demons into your mind. You can look that up if you want to. There's going to be people that believe it, people that don't believe it. I don't care, but it's a thing. Practicing calligraphy. Calligraphy, which is probably spell casting. That's why they call it spelling. Just saying. We've seen uplift for traffic and transactions. Get the whole store. Yada yada yada. Hand sanitizers rocket. Hand sanitizer sales rocketed 619% across the U.S. during the week of March 1. Firm, which compared the sales of 33 products over the same period. Yeah. Dakar. Is one of the 4 people tested positive. Senegal has 2. That's my throat getting raw because I just don't talk anymore. Which a 33-year-old English woman. That 33-year-olds, man, this virus is affecting more 33-year-olds. If you are 32 years old, if you are anywhere between 32 and 33 years old, I'm sorry, you're dead. That's just all there is to it. Here's Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible 7 is probably getting put on hold. I heard about this. Wait, what's this? Before we get to the 33, who has managed to convincingly portray action heroes for decades, who would deal with the outbreak of the virus, which has infected more than 94,000 people and killed more than 3,223. That's probably the only enemy antagonist that Tom couldn't defeat. The 33-year-old said during a grocery run outside a local Whole Foods. Who are they talking to? Miles Teller? I don't know who that is. Oh, it's a young actor. So some actor got caught outside of a Whole Foods. He just happens to be 33. Express a personal dilemma. I need to take a drink because my throat is getting raw. He's dead too. One actual example of the dilemma: Cueva Varna, 33, a security guard in Detroit, told CBS News that she felt under the weather on Monday. Oh no, yeah, you're 33, man. You're dead. Sorry, it's just you. I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna tell people this too. I said, if you're 33, you're dead. You're screwed. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but seriously. Annual Kids Day event canceled after rapidly spreading virus concerns. Posted on March 5th, 2020 at 11:39. There's a 9 and there's 11 in there. You can take it as you will with a 3 in the middle of it. Kids Day, a 33-year tradition. Just happened to be 33-year tradition in Central California. Just happened to be. Just the biggest coincidence in the world. Now we're talking about some stock market stuff. The S&P 500 energy sector is the only sector in an outright bear market, according to Dow Jones market data. It's down 33.11%. They love their 11s too. That's just is what it is. So what's this? For bulls to be in control, we need to see these former resistant marks turn to support if they can. Makes $10 a possible upward. Wait, what? Representing 33% upside. I have no idea what the rest of this one was. So you might have to go find that. I don't know. Investors. Alpha, because we already covered Omega. So this is Alpha. We're not going to go Omega. Some more trading at 0.33. Yeah, nice. There's another 11.66 underneath that. Jeez. Ooh, this is a hallmark of unsettled market. Now we're talking about markets. Yeah. What is that? 10? No, wait. 5? What? VIX? What the hell is VIX? It's not a Roman numeral. Weird. V is a VAV. It's a 6. The I is a 2. Wow. The I is a 9. 9 is a 6. And the X is a, 24? WX. So W is a 23. X is a 24. That's a 6. So the VIX index is a 666. Traded at 33.85. Did I blow your mind there? I'm sorry if I did. So the V is actually a 22, but a V is a Vav. A Vav, that's Hebrew. That's old Hebrew. It's a Vav. It has a numerical value of 6. So it's V, Vav. It's a 6. The I, which is what did I say it was again? The 9th letter of the alphabet. You flip that, it's a 6. The X is the 24th letter of the alphabet, which is a 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. 666. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Do I have to go into more depth than that? I don't think I have to. Dictionary luxury spending by Chinese shopper accounts for 33% of the global market. Luxury goods. Yeah, get ready for your luxury goods to go away. Lady Gaga reacts to Stupid Love accidentally being played during a meeting about the virus. Okay, whatever. Lady Gaga's music recently provided a moment of levity during a serious meeting. Shortly after the 33-year-old singer. Oh, she's in so much trouble. She's 33. I don't know what to say. Fuck. Thanks. I'm doing math in my head. 7 plus 9 is 16. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 to the 9th power. What's 7 to the 9th power? Maybe 9 to the 7th power. I don't know. They said 79 confirmed deaths. I was just trying to do the math in my head. Somebody can do the math in my head. This should be getting towards the end here because I know that the Lady Gaga thing was like the second to the last one. And now we're starting to close schools. I mean, we're starting to close entire schools. Actually, I think Italy said that they're closing entire school zones. District said on the model of the situation and health department recommendations. Parents can expect plans to transition instruction to remote learning starting Monday. The closure affects 33 schools and over 23,000 students. Unbelievable. There's a couple more. Policy in space. The People's Bank of China lowered the interest rate of its premium lending in order to infuse liquidity to the financial system. China's central bank injected 100 billion won, or around $14.33 billion. That's it. Wow. so there you guys go. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to take a break here. Hold on a second. Like the biggest problem of this whole thing was just trying to get all these damn pictures downloaded onto the computer. I had to email them to myself. Man, that took 50 minutes. I don't even get to talk about anything else. Now we're going to keep talking. I'm going to keep going. But I saw those pop up. The first maybe 20 of them I got like a week ago, and then like I said, the last 100 and whatever I just got like a couple days ago, like yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday. Maybe it was 2 days ago. I don't remember. But I kept saying that I wanted to get those and show those because there's just so much. Whoa, that was weird. There's just so much going on there. It's just completely ridiculous. Um, so is it real or is it Memorex? I don't know. I can't tell you. I just think it's interesting that the this is with 2020 vision. We are seeing everything pop up. It just is what it is, and the 33s have it. The 33s definitely have it. Wow. I don't know what else to say about that. There's just so much to unpack. It really is. I did have other stuff, so we're going to talk about other stuff. I just had to. I had to take a moment there because when you see it, when you're just kind of downloading it, you're just trying to put it on your phone so that you can have it for later. You're just kind of like, hey, okay, whatever. But when you really look at it, like when you go through 50 minutes of 100 and something pictures, read every single one of them, and now it's like, wow, man, wow. So, what does it all mean? What does it all mean? 33 is a high Masonic number. Now, I don't try to. I mean, we know that Freemasons are a problem. We know that Jesuits are a problem. If you don't know anything about that stuff, go look it up. There's still information out there. But we deal in numerology a lot on this channel, and that's high numerology, man. That's heavy stuff. You just saw it. It's there. It's just like packed out. So I'm going to point you guys in a direction. So one of the YouTube guys that I follow a lot is Shaking My Head. What is it? Shaking My Head Productions. Here, I will go ahead and put this back on and show you guys this. So Shaking My Head Productions, they've gotten a lot better uh, with their editing over the years. But this is one of those few YouTubers. What they do is they go out and they take other YouTubers' videos and they will stack them all together into one monster video. And it's really a good way to get a whole bunch of information, all at once. Whoever does this is able to, really take the time to be able to listen to other people's videos. Time that I don't have, time that other people don't have. But they take these videos, they edit it together. It might be like a 10-minute snippet here, 20-minute snippet there that they turn into like an hour and a half long video. I listen to these guys all the time because it's good information, and it helps when you're sitting at work and you just need to listen to something. So I've been listening to this a lot. I've been listening to these guys a lot because, like I said, it's all good information to go through. So I listen to all the new stuff, and you can only listen to the new stuff so much. So I went back to the very beginning, the old stuff. I went to this playlist. This is their predictive programming playlist. And inside of these, there's a couple different guys that are talking about 33s. They're talking about 23s. They're talking about 923s. They're talking about 88s. Now, it's interesting how this whole 88 thing has popped up. You got it over here, 88 in the space-time paradox. Inside of those, they talk about how all these time machine movies, like Back to the Future. What was the one he was talking about? Buckaroo Banzai. I would play these for you, but I don't want to play these. You guys need to go find these yourself. But they were talking about Buckaroo Banzai. They were talking about Donnie Darko. How all of these have an 88 inside of them. Now, 8, like I said, is time. It's the Ouroboros. It's the snake eating its own tail. And these are high occult numbers, is what they are. When it's an 88, it's about tearing the veil. It's about time travel. It's about destroying time. And there's a lot of them that have to do with, like I said, time machine movies. There's a lot of them that deal with Trump. Of course, there's this whole concept of Trump being I was just going to do this just to show you guys what they got. That out of the way so it doesn't start playing. But there's this whole idea of Trump, being involved with time travel because there was those books that were made back in the 1800s called Baron Trump and the Last President or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's weird stuff, It's really weird stuff whenever you get into it. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying that whenever you actually get into it and read it, it's kind of freaky. It really is. But see, this is good stuff. So anyways, so I was going through that. I was listening to that. And they were talking about, like I said, the 88s. The one that I remember hearing about was the guy he was doing this thing where he was going 33 years back into the past and then listening to the top hits of the time. That sounds completely ridiculous. On the surface level, that sounds nuts. He was able to take something from 2017 and then go 33 years back into the past and then hook it up with a song in the past. I'm not kidding. This was something he did. It sounds nuts, but whenever you think about it, it's kind of like, oh, okay, it's interesting. But I don't know. I don't know if it's true. It sounded weird. I'd have to look more into it, It especially had to do with 99 Luft Balloons, which he thought was about aliens or a supposed alien false flag. Again, it's just weird. you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt, pretty much. But he was doing this whole thing where he went 33 years back into the past. So that got me thinking. Let me see here. There's nothing on here that I don't think is incriminating. I don't do any of this stuff. This came with the computer. Pull my calculator up. Okay. So I was like, well, what happened 33 years in the past? Why don't we go take a look? So I went 20. No, not that. 20 minus 19 or 1980. What am I doing? Minus 33. 1987. Okay, 1987. That's not much. But then I kind of stopped and I thought about it. I was like, oh, wait. No, that's not good. Because 1988 plus 33, 2021. Now, I'm not saying that this is the thing. I'm just saying we're kind of heading that way. 2020 is the year of perfect vision, as far as I'm concerned. People are waking up in a dramatic fashion, and they're finding so much information now. It's completely ridiculous. And uh, the people at the top, the whatever you want to call them, the Illuminati, the NWO, the satanic elites, it doesn't matter. It's them. It's they. It's those people that are ruining us. They don't care anymore. They are putting out the information right in front of your face, and it's you that has to listen to it. It is what it is. So, if they're putting all the information out to us this year, what does that have to say about next year? Now, this one kind of hit me. Now, it could be nothing. It could be nothing. It could be absolutely nothing. And I can't tell you what is or isn't going to happen. But when the number 88 keeps popping up for many different things, when you add that to 33, you get, or when you add the year 1988 to 33, you get 2021. The last time I checked, that's next year. That's 1 year. I don't know what it means. I bet you that's going to be a high. That's going to be a high year because they're already this year with this stupid virus. They're already starting to talk about some really crazy stuff. I mean, there's so many people that have talked for years, for decades now, all the way back to the 50s and the 60s. They've talked about one world religions and one world governments and one world currencies. And this virus is pointing exactly that way. You could have you could have you could have them not only start this whole forced vaccination stuff, but at the same time they are killing the killing the markets, which means they're dropping the dollar pretty much. They're going to destroy everything. It's what they want. It's what they've always wanted. It's when you research the NWO, when you research the Illuminati, when you research the Jesuits and what they do, you you understand this is all they ever wanted. And this scare, that's what is exactly what it is the perfect opportunity for them to do that. Um, there have been so many times over the past couple weeks where I have stopped and asked myself, how do we really know what's going on the other side of the other side of the world? How do we really know? They could very well be bombing the hell out of them, and we would never know because all you would have to do is nuke a country and then shut off their internet, and you would never know. Now, I'm not saying it's not happening because, like I said, I've heard the interviews of guys that are inside of China that say that I'm here quarantined, I'm doing this, doing that, but they could very well be shutting down everything slowly but surely, one piece at a time, and it's eventually leaking to us. I think it's interesting that they picked the spot the furthest away from us so that it would build fear. That's what they did. They picked the furthest place. They should have started it in Australia, but nobody cares about Australia. They picked the furthest place away from us that they could, and a place that we would believe that something like this could happen. And it has slowly crept over to America. It's slowly but surely. And Europe too, because Europe is kind of now just getting it, but it's slowly closing in. And the more it closes in, the more fear they put out. The more, oh well, this is going to affect this is going to affect that. People are going to start saying this, that yada yada yada, doing that. And that's what they want. Did you not just see the 100 and whatever pictures that I just did where they all contain that number? That's what's happening. They're pushing it. They're using the numerical, they're using the numerology, they're using the symbols to push fear. And it's the fear that everything could collapse, and people are buying it. People are buying it, and it's coming around, and um, it's numerology. It's in your face. It's in your face numerology. I can't say anything else about that. I don't have enough research underneath me. I don't have the time to be able to sit down and read all the books and do all this. I have to go on the word of the people that I have come to trust on YouTube, which I've come to trust because the stuff that I have researched that they said that it is real. I have to go on that, and I can't do my own. I can't do the big heavy research on my own. So if somebody says, there might be a tie-in with a 33-year difference, I could believe that. At this point, I could believe just about anything. If it makes sense, you get the little, I've already talked about my little hairs, cognition hairs on the back of my neck that kind of stand up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that's a thing, that sounds right. you know so if somebody says that there's a 30-year gap between certain things that happen, and if 88 is a number that people are pointing to that keeps popping up over and over again, just use their numbers. 1988 had 33, 2021, that's next year. With all this coming down the market, or coming down the market, coming down the market, she'll be coming down the market. With all of this coming down the pipeline, it all ties together. It's one of the things we do on this channel. We put puzzle pieces together. We absolutely put puzzle pieces together. And it fits. It absolutely fits. I want to do something. My face is going to get bright. I'm sorry if it's going to get bright because it does this. But I'm not going to show you. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that either. Really? Just to drive home the points, and I will let you see this now. Let me that back in there. Just to drive home the point of where I think this is going. A corona is an aura of plasma that surrounds the sun and other stars, which we've never seen it around other stars. We've only seen it around our sun. Sun's corona extends millions of kilometers in outer space. I doubt that highly, and is most easily seen during a total solar eclipse. It is also observable with a coronagraph. The corona is the light that is around the sun during a solar eclipse. It's the only light that you see during an eclipse. When the moon decides that it wants to go in front of the sun, that's all you see is a corona. I haven't heard anybody talking about this yet. I've heard people talking about the beer. I've heard people talking about yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I've never heard anybody stop and say, this is a part of sun worship. It's a garland. It's a wreath. Wreaths are, they're Christmas. It means crown. Crowning of what? Crowning of who? Seriously, if anybody knows how to get a hold of Mini Fish, tell him that he needs to look into this. Because this is a thing. It's crown. Corona. They worship the sun. The sun is their god. Without the sun, they have nothing. because the sun to them is the only thing that they have that gives them life. That's what it always has been. It's always been sun worship. Our entire calendar, our entire holidays, everything that we have is based around the sun. All of their high festivals revolve around the sun. It always comes on the equinoxes or the solstices or yada yada yada. That's what it's always revolved around. The big four have always revolved around those times of the year because that's what they love. So, I mean, even the 4th of July, for crying out loud, is the moment where the sun is like the highest in the sky or whatever it is. It's absolutely insane how this all works together like that. But the corona is that part, because when I stopped and thought about it, I was like, isn't the corona, isn't that the thing when you see the outside of the solar eclipse? And if you want to, I mean, if you want to get technical with it, if you really want to understand what is going on here, so no, get that out of there. I don't want that. Let's do, you probably saw it anyways, it doesn't matter. I used to download a lot of crap. Yeah, they're still there too. I don't download anymore because I'm not that kind of guy anymore. Used to though, but not anymore. My Hulu stuff. What am I doing? Solar eclipse. Solar eclipse. Actually, what am I doing? I probably could have just hit solar eclipse from here, couldn't I? Solar eclipse. What was the last big one that we had? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It was 20. What was it? So okay, well, wait. One of the videos the guys did, and we're gonna go to it. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. One of the videos that this guy did. We're gonna stop this. I don't remember. This guy decoded a number, and I can't think of what it was. August 21st. So I don't remember how this guy did it. Let's see if we can play this.
Systematically murdered, mainly through explosive means. Or
Yeah,
perhaps an attack will happen elsewhere and into the future. You know, perhaps it doesn't mean anything and it's just a coincidence that they're holding the international gathering on the 31st of October. Let me know what you think, but I think something significant will happen this year. Perhaps the 21st of August, perhaps the 24th of June.
Okay, so he did some kind of decode where he pulled up the 21st of August of 2017. Now, I didn't think about that. At the time, I was like, well, August 21st, and he did it somewhere. He did it somewhere in here, and I can't remember what it was. He pulled just a weirdy. There it is, right there.
It might have some significance, it may not. Or the only new moon on Monday this year falls on the 21st of August.
What was it, though?
Appears to be a UFO, or a fake UFO. So again, we're back at the fake alien invasion. And a verse of the song actually kind of spoke to me. It says, breaking away with the beast of both worlds, a smile that you can't disguise. Every minute I keep finding clues that you leave behind. So I checked, and the only new moon...
So he was talking about an August moon 33 years before 2017. It was a Duran Duran song. I'm not kidding about this. But it was a Duran Duran song that said something about an August moon. 33 years before 2017's. So he looked at the August moon, the new moon in August 2017. Now, if he's in England, he wouldn't have known anything about this. So I looked up August 21. I'm just going to do 21, 2017. It's a great solar eclipse of 2017. This one made me stop. This one made me really stop and think for a second. I was like, oh shit. Because that's what happened. Exactly August 21st, 2017. And this is what got my mind running. This has made me rethink Corona. I was like, oh man, that's right. The Corona is the light around the moon whenever there's a solar eclipse. Look at this nonsense. Big eyeball. Are you kidding me with this? So then I started thinking about the next one that's happening. That there's going to be another one exactly 7 years after this one, which everybody's freaking out. It makes this big, it crosses back over the other way too. I don't know if they have a video of that. Let me see here. They're talking about old ones. I'm looking at new ones. Solar eclipse of April 8th, 2024. That's the other one. That's the cross. It's making this crisscross right above Illinois. That's what it's making. And it got me to thinking, because that's a 7-year gap between those two. Well, the one was in 2017, the other one was in 2024. So now we got to do math. All right, you ready for it? So the Bible talks about the 7 years of tribulation. He talks about the Antichrist that will pop up in his 7-year reign, where he will have 3.5 years where he seems like he's the best thing in the world. And then after 3.5 years, he turns, and then everything just goes to crap. That's the way I understand it, is that there's 7 years, and that you split that 7 years down the middle, where there's 3.5 years where it's actually okay, but then the other 3.5 years are total garbage. We got to do math. All right. From August 21st of 2017, go 3 years to August 21st, 2020. And then I don't know if I want to do 6 months after that or not. Because it's not a full 7 years though. But it's still, it's still that concept. But it's going to fall 6 months down the line. September, October, November, December, January, February. It would be February or March of 2021. Now, February, of course, we know Lupercalia is Valentine's Day. You have the 2/23, which is the Skull and Bones number, February 23rd of 2021. From February 23rd all the way until 3/22. Actually, I say it's even further than that. Because guys say that it starts in March 22nd, and then it goes all the way until May the 1st. May the 1st is a high occult day. But you have February 23rd. That's right there. And then from there all the way until 3/23. That's that time period. That's that 3.5 year time period. I'm not saying that's what it is, but this is what's coming to my head. I'm sorry. This is what I started thinking about. It's a 7-year period between these solar eclipses. Corona is a crown. We are coming up. Right now we are in the lower stages of this Corona nonsense. They say this Corona thing could go for months. Somebody said, I've been hearing reports, actually my work, where I work, they said that they are canceling all, what do you want to call them? All travel plans. Canceling all travel plans until April 15th, which I thought was hilarious. I was like, really? April 15th is another one of those high occult days. But And again, look this stuff up, guys. I'm not going to go looking this stuff up for you. You have to see it for your own eyes to be able to believe it. But for them to say that it's going to be until April, which it may or may not be, you know, it's just like, really? That's how far they think this is going to get into. It's a month, but it could be longer than that. So, but we're just in the beginning of this thing, where this crown is wrapping around the world. This crown of the sun, where you're giving it, you're giving the crown over to the sun. So you, what does that say? I'm reading while I'm talking. I shouldn't be doing that. First such eclipse since the country's declaration of independence in 1776. They had an eclipse in 1776? What? The August 2017 eclipse was the first with a path of totality crossing the Pacific Atlantic Ocean since 1918. Also, its path of totality made this fall exclusively within the United States, making it the first such eclipse. Okay, that's the declaration, but did they seriously have a... Wait, do they have... I'm losing my space here because I just happened to see something that they were talking about. Let's look it up. 1776. November 30th. It's 11:30. It's an 11:3. It's a 3:11. Really? I did not even know that. That makes you think, man. That just makes you think because, like I said, July 4th. That's a high Sunday, not a Sunday, but a sun day. Because, like I said, everything they do revolves around sun worship, and that makes so much sense. This is how this works. When the pieces start coming together, it's how it works. If you think it's a coincidence, you think there's nothing to it, that's fine, man. You don't have to think there's anything to it. But I mean, honestly, when it goes from one thing to another, and especially whenever this guy, kind of half-assed decodes this Duran Duran video that happens to point to the solar eclipse of 2017. I don't know. Is it a thing? Is it not a thing? When you find out that the word corona is the light that comes around the sun and the moon when there's a solar eclipse, is it a thing? Corona means crown. When we have one of the biggest solar eclipses in America in 2017, and then 7 years later, which we happen to have a book that tells us that in 7 years you will have a tribulation. And then you do the math, and 3.5 years, and right in the middle of that 7 years between these two solar eclipses, happens to be a year, happens to be 2021. Which could very well be a February 23rd, which is another number that they use. When you math that out and you find out that where was I going with it? You find when you find out that the number 88 is a thing, and if you use their numbers, 1988 plus 33 is 2021, and you start to put it together in your head that something could happen around February of 2021. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying it's real. I want you guys to understand this. I want you guys to understand this right now. And I'm sitting here the entire time. I'm sitting here like face palming. I don't make predictions like this. I really don't. I look at stuff. I look at numbers, and I've had a lot of these things not happen, and I've been okay with it. That's fine. But when certain things pop together and it's bam, 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 and then your you know your little hairs on the back of your head kind of stick up, and you're just kind of like, why is that fitting together? And you have to take a serious look at it. You have to take a serious look at it and understand that, man, that's crazy. That's crazy how that is. There's other things that come along with this. There's other things too. I mean, we're not even done yet. I'm an hour and 25 minutes into this, and I'm not even done yet. So there have been a lot of other people. There's a couple of YouTubers that I watch where they agree that the possible end of the world. I'm not saying this is true either, because for all I know, this could all just be a trap for us to think about it, but it's not true. The possible end of the world is going to be 2028. I don't know if anybody's heard this or not. Based upon the calculations, based upon the math, all this stuff, they say 2028 is the year. Now, I've done these calculations myself. It was something like the death of Solomon, King Solomon, marked the exact middle, and I don't know where that came from. I think in a previous video I talked about this. The death of King Solomon marked the exact middle spot of the 6,000 years that we're supposedly living in. I don't know if it's true, but I did the math. Whenever King Solomon supposedly died, I took everything from that point backwards, and from that point forward, I mapped it out. I think the number I got was like 2032, which is within that range, 2028. Everybody says 2028. So if what I'm saying is even remotely correct, 2021 is a number. 2021 to 2028, that's 7 years. That second eclipse falls within that 3.5 year range. And then the 3.5 year range to 2028. It kind of lines up. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not trying to get people panicking and freaked out and weird. This was just stuff that came into my head. I was just putting it together. I'm starting to sound like Mini Fish. I really am. Except he does it so well. If you guys ever want to hear some good stuff, go find Mini Fish, MANYFISH on YouTube. He does some decodes that will blow your mind, and he's actually predicted stuff that has happened. It's absolutely amazing what he's done. But I don't know. Is it a thing? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird and crazy, and it really makes you think, man. It really, really makes you think. There's so much going on there that something's happening. I'm not saying it's the end of the world, because I don't know. I'm still of the impression that we haven't seen certain things that have popped up yet. I mean, there's a lot of different things that are popping up. I will admit that 100%. It's entirely possible. It's also entirely possible that a lot of this stuff is made up, that they're making it look like we're at the end times in order to make us think that we only have so much time left and they can control us easier. That's what I think. I think they could get. I did another calculation where we might still have another couple hundred years, before the second coming of Christ, and that they've manipulated that to make it look like this is the end time, so that we can be more easily manipulated, so that they can control us. Either way, there's something going on. And in order to find that stuff out, you have to understand the numbers, you have to understand the symbols, you have to understand what they're saying, what they're talking about. And that's what these videos are. That's what I'm trying to figure out myself. Because the more that I go through it, the more that I find, and the more that I just have to stop and say, wow, that's a thing. That's a thing. This is a thing. That's a thing. So when you put that stuff together, it adds up a picture. There's a picture there. There's something going on there. So that's what I do with these videos. That's what I'm trying to do with these videos, is trying to get people to understand that there's something more going on here than just random numbers that keep popping up and coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences anymore. I haven't believed in coincidences in a long time, because I've learned that there are things like destiny and fate, that you're supposed to go to a certain place and things are supposed to happen a certain way. And if something is guiding my destiny and fate, then it's outside of my hands. That means there's a higher power that's pushing me this way. So I'm here, you know. And the numbers add up. The numbers show you, you know. And all of this stuff, the 33s, all of this stuff could very easily be higher consciousness. I've heard somebody say that before, that people are just tapping into the ether, um, the higher consciousness of everything. I don't know. It could it be God pointing us to numbers? You know, putting those numbers in our head. That's possible too. You have to do that research for yourself. I can't tell you what it is and isn't. All I'm doing is just pointing it out. The more you see it, the more you see that it's a real thing, the more you understand it, the more you can make your own decisions based upon what's happening. I think that's everything. I think that's everything. Um, wow. Yeah, I don't know. All I can do is put it out for you. Then you have to figure out what you're going to do with it. Um, it's all out there. It's all out there to be able to find and see. And all I want to do is just wake people up, show people the truth, and then hopefully we can all come together and be able to get past this, because we can't stop it. There's no stopping this. This is going to happen. I'm sorry to say that it's going to happen. So when it does happen, I would rather you have a firm grasp of how to get past it, how to save yourself, than to get caught up in it. Because if the Most High is real, if the Father is real, then pure evil, and the devil, they're real, which means that a heaven is real, and that means that there is a lake of fire at the end of all this, where the vast majority of people will be thrown. And I don't want that. And I don't want that for other people. I really don't. I want to keep going. I don't want to burn for what I've done. I if it's true, I have wasted so much of my life doing the dumbest things possible. Just absolutely the dumbest things possible. And I don't want that for myself, and I don't want that for anybody else. I all I want for the world right now is to see that everything we do and everything we say, it's a lie. It's an absolute lie, and it's always been a lie. And we have been manipulated into this. And there's a better way. There's a better way, and I found it. And whether you want to hear it or not, the better way, it's Jesus Christ. It's taking him into your heart. Yeshua HaMashiach. It's taking him into your heart and then letting him guide you. And I've had the absolute best experiences changing my life over the past 3 years than I will ever have. That I ever have had. I've had bad experiences too. I've said many, many times that I have felt like I have been spiritually under attack. Several times where it just felt like my life has just been in shambles. There have been times this week where it's just felt like there's no way out. There's nothing to do. That's why I come down here and I say, if you have to say something, Father, say it through me so that somebody else can hear it. Because again, when I face the Father on that day, and He asks for a reckoning for my life, and if I have not repented enough, if I have done so much stupidness that I cannot be forgiven, then the only thing I want to know is, did I at least touch somebody else's heart? Did I at least change somebody else's life? Did I at least turn one person? Because that's all I care about. Because I don't want this for anybody else. I don't. I don't. I've never wanted that for anybody else. I've always tried to make sure that other people get more than I do, because it is what it is. I have my own selfishness. I have my own things that I earn, that I do for me, and it's mine. If somebody wants to take something, then I let them take it. Like if somebody wants to have the last the last donut in the box, take it. I've gotten mad at it a couple times. I admit that. That's why I don't take food from work anymore. I used to, but I don't take food from work anymore, because if people want more than what they can have, then take it. Please take it. Feel free. That's the damn pizza. Friday was employee appreciation day, and I didn't want any part of it because somebody else could take more than I do. Hey, great. I don't take candy from work. They pass out candy every now and then. No, give it to somebody else. I don't need it. I don't need. I have my own candy. I do my own stuff. And I need to be better at that. You know, I have excess of money. I need to give more of that to other people. I understand that, because I'm just going to buy more crap. You know, yeah, it's my stuff. It's my crap, and I shouldn't be storing up treasures in this world. And I try not to. I have boxes and boxes full of stuff that I need to get rid of. That's probably what I'm going to do. But I just it's and I'm not trying to toot my own horn either. I'm just saying I think I'm reconciling that in my own head, you know, because I've thought about it. It's been something that has weighed on my heart for the past year or two, that I need to do more. Maybe that's just what I'm doing. I need to do more. I'm not trying to boast. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to say, "Hey, look, my works are better than yours," because I can't do any more works to be able to get into heaven. I'm just trying to reconcile it in my own head that I need to give more away, because I have too much of this world on top of me. I don't know what that means, but it is what it is. I think we've gone way off track. So last week I tried to say that I wanted to do just a random Bible verse just to see. I pulled the Bible earlier and I didn't really get much, and I don't know if he will guide my hand into seeing what else we can find. I mean, maybe it's something, maybe it's nothing. I don't know. It's from Amos. I don't even know. And I don't even know if it's anything worthwhile. It's weird that it starts at Amos 3:14. We're talking about Pi Day. Since this is Amos chapter 4, I might as well read this. If there's if there's something in it, there's something in it. If there's nothing, there's nothing in it. As like I said, I just randomly pulled a spot like I did last time. Last time we did this, that really affected me because it was something I needed to hear. Today, I don't know. Maybe it's something that he needs you to hear. We'll do this. Amos chapter 4. Hear this word, ye kind of Bashan. Or Bashan. Maybe Bashan. Maybe Bashan. Bashan, that are in the mountain of Samaria, which oppress the poor, which crush the needy, which say to their masters, bring, and let us drink. Lord God hath sworn by his holiness that, lo, the day shall come upon you, that he will take you away with hooks, and your posterity with fishhooks. Ye shall go out at the breaches, every cow at that which is before her. Ye shall cast them into the palace, saith the Lord. Come to Bethel, and transgress. At Gilgal multiply transgression, and bring your sacrifices every morning, and your tithes after 3 years. And offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving with leaven, and proclaim and publish the free offerings. For this liketh you, O ye children of Israel, saith the Lord. And I also have given you cleanness of teeth in all your cities, and want of bread in all your places. Yet have ye not returned unto me, saith the Lord. And also I have withholden the rain from you, when there were yet 3 months to the harvest. And I caused it to rain upon one city, caused it not to rain upon another city. One piece was rained upon, and the piece whereupon it rained not withered. So 2 or 3 cities wandered unto one city to drink water, but they were not satisfied. Yet have ye not returned unto me, saith the Lord. I have smitten you with blasting and mildew. When your gardens and your vineyards and your fig trees and your olive trees increased, the palmer worm devoured them. Yet ye have not returned unto me, saith the Lord. I have sent among you the pestilence after the manner of Egypt. Your young men have I slain with the sword, and have taken away your horses. And I have made the stink of your camps to come up unto your nostrils. Yet have ye not returned unto me, saith the Lord. I have overthrown some of you, as God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and ye were as a firebrand plucked out of the burning. Yet have ye not returned unto me, saith the Lord. Therefore thus will I do unto thee, O Israel. And because I will do this unto thee, prepare to meet thy God, O Israel. For lo, he that formeth the mountains, and createth the wind, and declareth unto man what is his thought, that maketh the morning darkness, and treadeth upon the high places of the earth. The Lord, the God of hosts, is his name. In a second. And that's a lot about Israel not returning to the Father. Just that first part alone, that, the ones which oppress the poor, which crush the needy, which say to their masters, bring and let us drink, which is exactly like it is now. And he's basically saying, you know what? You're going to act like that. Sooner or later, I'm going to drop the hammer on you. What I'm going to do. That's an interesting one. What is that? Because there's one right here. Just looking through it. This is Amos 5:22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. But let judgment run down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. There's another place like that I think is interesting. The noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody. There's another place in here where it talks about I have hated it. I have hated your feast days, and I have hated your songs. I've hated your melodies. Um, which is just the first thing I thought when I got that was, oh, it's Christmas. Can't stand it because it's not his day. Because he knows it's not his day. And I know people. The first thing that comes in my head whenever I start talking about Christmas is people saying, "But Christmas saves people. I've had so many people be saved on Christmas." And yeah, it's possible for people to be saved on Christmas. It's possible for people to be saved any day. Absolutely, but it's still a pagan holiday. They used to sacrifice children on that day. Would you want to keep celebrating a day where they used to sacrifice children? Babies. Babies. Valentine's Day, Lupercalia. The first couple months of the year were feeder days for Saturnalia, for the winter solstice. They were feeder days. You got pregnant in February and you killed the baby in December. Not see what's happening there. That's something for a different conversation. But I'm just saying that's something that's keeps popping up for me. I don't because we got April coming up. We got April coming up quick, and we're already starting to talk about Passover, and we're starting to talk about Easter. They've already pulled out the bunny ears and put them on my granddaughter, and I just cannot stand it. And with Angie's daughter living with us now, I have to try to explain to her that Passover is something that we're doing. You have to understand that we can't have any leavening in the house. We're going to do this. We're going to do this way. We'll explain it to you, but you have to respect our business with this. So it's that I'm going off on another tangent, but seriously, when you think about that kind of stuff, and you think about the Most High says very specifically in that book, do not do this, do not do that. I don't care if it's Old Testament or not. When God tells you to do something, do it. Don't sit back and just think that, oh, it's okay because he knows my heart. This is some tangent stuff again. You can't use that, oh, he knows my heart argument anymore because of Exodus. Because when Moses went up to went up on the top of the mountain to talk with God about the new, the Ten Commandments, and when he went up there and all the people were down, at the bottom of the mountain, when they said, let us make a golden idol to God, to the God that released us from Egypt, the God that released us from Egypt. They were worshiping the Most High by making a golden idol. And that's whenever God stopped and said, you need to go back down there and take care of that. And when Moses went down and he said, this is, I pretty much went up here all for nothing. You guys, it's all for nothing because God said, do not worship any other gods. Do not worship me in the way that you worship other gods. And I'm sure there was a lot of them that said, oh, but you know what's in our hearts? 3,000 dead. Just like that. Just popped them like it was nothing. Just, you know, makes you think, man. It just, if you don't, if you don't understand that, if you don't understand that he doesn't want that, what the heck? See right here. Wait. Let's go back. When the people saw that Moses, this is Exodus 32. When the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron, who was Moses' brother, the high priest, said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what has become of him. So Moses went away, and they didn't think he was there, so they asked Aaron, who was the high priest of God, to make gods for them. And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings, which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons and your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people brake off the golden earrings, which were in the ears, and brought them unto Aaron. He received them. Oh, I got two pages there. He received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graving tool. After he had made it a molten calf, and they said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. So they said, This is the molten calf who brought you up out of Egypt. They were talking about the Most High. This is what they thought. When Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made a proclamation. He said, Tomorrow is a feast to the Lord, which means that Aaron made a feast to the Lord when God did not want a feast to the Lord. They made idols, and they set a day for God. Let's go down a little bit. They rose up in the morning, and they brought burnt offerings and peace offerings, and they sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play, which means they just had a party. They made a party, and God didn't like it. Go down and the Lord said unto Moses, Go get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They've turned aside quickly out of the way, which I have commanded them. See? Now, in here somewhere. And I know it's in here, where it says that he came down and it was work of God and they heard noises. He said that this is not the way it was supposed to be, and then they just immediately, I'm not seeing it, just immediately like 3,000 people just died, just straight up died. I don't know where it is. I know it's in here though, because I remember seeing it. Anyways, that has nothing to do with the 33 stuff. We just went off on a random ass tangent. All right, I'm gonna stop. Thank you guys very much for listening to this. Hopefully, like I said, it causes somebody to stop and take a look. Hopefully it will. Hopefully it'll get somebody to pay attention, so that you can see what this world really is, what's going on. You might see some brightness here. I'm going to turn all some stuff off. But oh yeah, a brightness. Nice. All I can say other than that is you guys take care of yourselves, man. Keep an eye open. You got to keep an eye open. Keep vigilant. Test all things. Don't take anything I said for a fact. Test all things. Understand that this is all It's all a lie. It's all a lie, and there are spirits and wickedness that run everything. We do not fight against flesh. We fight against principalities and powers, that hide in dark places. So take care of yourselves. Keep your eyes open and understand that there are ways out of it. There is one definite way out of it. And that's coming to Christ. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is such a change of your life, such a better change of your life. And when you find out the truth of everything, you just will not fear it anymore. The world, everything. Don't fear the crowns that they put on the sun. That's the best way I can say it. Don't fear the crowns that they put on the sun. I don't know. Anyways, you guys take care. God bless you all. Keep your eyes open. We'll get through this. Later.